Okay, we're going to learn some vocab today in my math class. Redundant means to repeat over and over and over. Or repetitive, same thing. So this should be redundant. If you need to pause, pause. If you don't, go on to the next slide. So the student will be able to interpret scatter plot. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. It should probably actually say scatter plot graphs, but it's either way. What you're going to do is we're going to be graphing some points in what's called a scatter plot, and we're going to be interpreting that graph to tell if it's negative, positive, no correlation, things along those lines. It is not that difficult. It's just adding on to stuff that you already know. So for what we said, we should already know some stuff for this, and there'll be a little bit of new stuff. So what you should know and a little bit of new stuff. So let's see, in 1 second it's going to come up. We know about our zombies. Zombie logic, rise then run. So zombies rise from the grave. Brains. So after the zombies rise, then we run. We have one person run. Then we have the second person run. But that last person's going to run a little bit different. That last person's going to run and he's going to get this mountain. So when he's running up the mountain, he's positive. So running up the mountain is a positive slope. Then when he runs down the mountain, it's a negative slope. So running up the mountain is a positive, down the mountain is a negative. That will come in play in a second. But first, let's take this coordinate plane we have right over here, or coordinate system. Both means the same thing. And we take that top right one that I highlighted in red. So we're going to take that one and put it over here. So we're only going to use the positive section for this activity. So, but in a second, you're going to see I'm going to throw a whole bunch of points on there. So the points on there, what we have to do is we have to try to find out if it's a positive correlation with a positive slope, negative correlation with a negative slope, or no correlation. So if we take a ruler and we throw it over it, we're going to try to hit as many points as possible. You're not going to hit all of them, but put something over it, and we hit a lot of the points. So this would be a positive correlation because we're running up the hill. So this one over here, same thing. Is this a positive correlation or a negative correlation? So if it's a negative correlation, which it is, we put something over and it hits most all the points going down the hill. So this one, well, wait, Mr. Beuthin, okay, well, let's throw a ruler, see if we can hit some of the points over there, because these points are like everywhere. So, okay, I hit like 1, 2, like 4, I hit like 5 over here, I hit like 3 over there. This one's actually considered no correlation, because it's not positive, it's not negative, it's kind of just points on a graph. So it's positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation. Well, what about this one over here, Mr. Beuthin? I can stick a ruler and get most of those points, and I've hit most all of them, but there's these 2 points on the outside. Well, those are kind of like abnormalities in the data. It's fine. It's really going to be a negative correlation. You just have those points outside, which is okay. It's still going to be a negative correlation, not necessarily as strong. Okay, so here we have our scatter plot that we're going to be using. It's an example of what you'll see for your classwork when you do it. So we have our x-axis and our y-axis. Our x is going to be units sold, and that goes on the bottom. And our y is going to be money made, which goes up and down. So we have to label the sides, and we have to put numbers on them. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you can notice they're all in equal increments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But because 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I put that little symbol. That means you can skip a number and start at a higher number. You're welcome to use that symbol, or you can do what I did. I just started at 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. You could actually probably go by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, but I'm going to go back to that little symbol thing to make it easier. If you notice, I put insert name on top because you have a little smiley face, because you got to find what name to insert. If you read the first question, it says you get paid on commission, so payments on commission would be the name of the scatter plot. So we're going to graph our points. If you graph your points like you have over there, we graphed it accordingly. And then we have our positive correlation, because I threw our little line through it. Then the last question says, what is the largest amount of money made on one sale? So we have to figure out the largest amount of money made on one sale. And then we're going to look, and it's going to say in a minute, it's going to pop up, and it's going to say 7 over 13. Right there. 7 units sold, you made $13, so the answer is $13. Usually all of them are going to have 1 or 2 questions that you have to answer, that you have to read the data from the chart. So to recap, we're going to know how to scatter plot. The new thing you learned is now slope. Positive is running up the hill, negative is running down the hill. And then just something to add to the recap too, I've actually had to redo this video like 4 times. You wonder why Mr. Beuthin, well, he keeps saying over and over these take a long time to make. This video probably took about 3 hours, 2 hours to make because I had to keep going back and editing because I made little errors too, like you guys might make little errors. So don't be afraid of the little errors. If you make a mistake in class or if you need help, please feel free to raise your hand and we'll come around and help you with whatever you need on your assignment. Last, the objective. The student will be able to interpret scatter plots. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. Good luck on the activity tomorrow.